Presenting the CW Crew.
Hey everybody, John Foss, and I am extremely excited to be talking with the one and only Drew Barrymore. We're talking about the Drew Barrymore Show, which airs at 9 and 3 right here on the CW Twin Cities. And Drew, I'm going to quote the one and only Jennifer Aniston, who on your show said, "You are great at this. You've done so much, now you have your own show. Tell us about your show."
Oh, first of all, thank you for that amazing introduction. I love that it's on at 9 and 3 because people have such different habits in their life. So how wonderful that they can catch it at different times. And I love, late night, there's comedy. Everyone's like, oh, you got your day now, make you happy. I want that to come into the daytime space. That sort of intention and energy to try to make people happy. I want this show to be a bright spot, not a blind spot. I don't want it to just be one thing because people are so multifaceted. I love food, I love design, I love human interest, I love the news, and dynamic conversations with people that we all have loved, or someone maybe we've never even met, but will be forever changed by hearing something that they have to say or what they've done. So I think takeaways are really important to me. I love this job because my biggest goal in life is to learn every day of my life. And on this show, that is abundant for me. And so I hope that that is the way it feels for people watching it. That's really important.
And there's been already a lot of iconic moments. For example, the one and only Steven Spielberg was on the show, and I mean, this guy means a ton to you. You talked about how this was the first person in your life that you felt like cared for you, and he's still with you now. What was it like to have him on the show and to kind of talk about that?
Well, I cried.
I still care about you. I've always cared about you. Ever since that first time this little blonde hurricane walked into an audition in my office and took us by storm, and then soon took the entire world by storm. That was you then, and that is you today.
He's the only person that really acted like a parent to me in my life. And I think parents hold you accountable, and they say, you're wearing lipstick too young, or I want you to behave this way, or be a good girl. And he always has wanted the best for me. He's happiest when I'm at my best, and I think that's what love is. And I'm actually texting with him right now, and I'm going to see West Side Story, and he showed me West Side Story for the very first time when I was 8 years old. So this is very personal for me to honor his new movie that I know what it means to him. And I think this is going to be an epic film too. I feel like this is the cinematic experience we've all been waiting for.
I love that. I want to see West Side Story, and crazy things have happened in the film and TV business over the years. Streaming has changed everything. Dumb and Dumber 2 came out after 30 years. I interviewed Emilio Estevez, asked him if there was going to be Young Guns 3. He said no because we all died, but now it's coming out. So my question for you is, E.T. 2, huh? What do you think?
Steven will never do an E.T. 2. He said when we were young, because they wanted one really badly, and he was like, nope, not going to do it. I feel bummed. Like, I love the look of the new Scream movie, and we're hoping to sit down with the cast of that. And I died pretty hard in that movie. I don't know how you'd bring me back, but as you said, Young Guns, like origin story, anything is possible. But for now, I'm going to celebrate West Side Story with Steven.
Very cool. And I loved the 50 First Dates reboot that you guys did on the Drew Barrymore Show. That was awesome with Adam Sandler.
I love when Adam is game.
2020 is not great. Netflix is good. And you fart a lot in your sleep.
Oh yeah, you guys have become one of the most iconic film couples of all time, and you guys have teased another film. Number one, is that going to happen? Has there been any ideas talked about as far as like what that would be? And number two, what is your favorite film that you've worked on with Adam?
Oh, that's so hard because every film I've worked on with Adam is so meaningful. I like Blended because it's like we got to meet a whole new generation because all these kids were watching it that weren't even born when we made The Wedding Singer.
This is pretty cool, Mom. What is he doing here?
Don't talk to my dad like that. Butthole language.
She can say butthole if she wants to.
Butthole, butthole.
Not you.
Obviously, I love The Wedding Singer because that was the time where I said to Adam, I'm convinced we're supposed to be this cinematic soulmate couple.
Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore.
You're The Wedding Singer.
How you doing? I'm Robbie.
I'm Julia.
Uh-oh. What? You like her?
No, I don't.
And I'm glad what you just said because that proves me right when I think it took a real leap of faith from him because we hadn't made anything together. And I was so convinced. And then I think 50 First Dates maybe might hold my heart the most because we wanted to make a film that really transcended what men and women, boys and girls like about movies, and we just wanted to make that ultimate balance, something for everybody, something that had a great message, something that had depth and comedy. It wasn't an easy tone to pull off, and that one has a lot of meaning for me.
It's gonna be all right, Luce.
Don't call me Luce. I barely know you.
Sweetie, you're sort of dating him. Sorry, I'm not better looking.
What about the fourth film? Because you guys mentioned you guys have done one every decade. It's a new decade. Is there any progress there?
I know. He's like the only person I would want to go and make a movie with right now because I love this job. So I don't know, but I do know we're really close. Our kids play together, and I just love them so much. So I don't know. It's like it kind of comes naturally. Like it's just that moment, that time, that project, and we're like, this is it. So we do want to make On Golden Pond because we both love lakes, and that gives us the promise of being old together. I want to grow old with you. I do want to grow old with Adam.
That's awesome. And we talked about at the beginning, you are kind of a natural at this job. Jennifer Aniston said it, so it's got to be true. But in addition to that, I mean, I think maybe one of the reasons that you are so good at this job is because of your experience. For example, you were, as a kid, on Johnny Carson.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. I've been waiting all my life to meet you, and I finally
Of your whole life.
And then you were the youngest SNL host of all time.
All right, are you ever going to get married?
Steven.
Stephen who?
Spielberg.
Yes!
You were on the first Conan O'Brien show of all time.
Right now you're doing the guest jeans, and
Yes, I am.
we actually have that photo here. If we could put it up. Can we see that? There we go. Ow! 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 Help me out here, Andy. Ow! 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 Wow! Wow! Ow! Ow! Drew, I'm sorry, but it's on the cue cards. I have to do as I'm told.
And then you had a very iconic experience on the David Letterman show. Not to mention 20 times on his show, and then he was on your show. I mean, having that history, being on shows similar to yours, do you think that helped you get to where you are today? And tell me about what are some of the memories that you have from being on all of those shows?
Okay, first of all, John, who does your research? Is it you or
Did it
do
all
you
myself.
I'm so impressed. I really am.
Thank you.
I think that's one of my biggest goals in this job is there is a journalistic aspect to this job. I want to make it personal. I want to draw out different types of conversations with people. I've been on the other side of the interview. And you're looking for people to know things, have information, backstory, history, and like give you a dynamic question rather than like, why did you choose to do this project? So I thank you for your meticulous knowledge and effort.
Let me just say, like, I mean, you could tell right away. You came into on the Johnny Carson set, you slipped because you had the new shoes, and
Yep, I did.
in that situation, anybody could have just shut down, didn't faze you. And you were hilarious the whole time. Took your teeth out, sat them on the desk. Johnny just went with it, and it just made like a hilarious moment. And it just kind of told the world that this person is born to be a star. And then I mentioned all these other iconic shows that you were on as well. And any other memories that stick out?
I'll give you some fun little facts. When I slipped on Carson, I inside died. I was like, why can't I ever be cool? And that kind of physical attribute and behavior still haunts me to this day. If I ever try to be cool, I will trip and fall. Like, it's just my karma and my journey, but it does keep me humble. And then the Conan O'Brien, Lauren Michaels, actually, because I had just done that Letterman thing, was like, I want you, I need you on Conan. It's his first show. And he actually flew me from Texas. I think I was making Bad Girls. And he was just like, I need you to come in. And I was like, I'm making this movie. I don't know. Like, I just remember Lauren Michaels being like, I need you on this show. So I was like, anything for you, Lauren. And that's pretty much how everyone on planet Earth behaves, because he's a genius. And then what was the other question?
I guess I was just asking about like memories in general, but you
and the David Letterman moment, which Dave came and showed up for me on my birthday, and surprised me here on the show, and that was his birthday that I did the infamous. Honestly, I did not know what I was doing. I had just done this weird comedy thing with my friend at like this nightclub called the Blue Angel, and thank God it was the 90s. There were no cell phones, and I did a little striptease, and his producer had heard about that, so they were like, would you ever talk about that? And I was like, sure, why not? So when Dave brought it up, I just got the idea to do I didn't know what I was doing. I was on a runaway train called Spontaneity, and when I got in the car afterwards, I looked to my partner, Nancy Javonen, who's now Nancy Fallon, and I was like, what did I just do? And so I'm glad that Dave went with it, because Dave's tricky. You know, he could have turned on me in that moment, and he had my back in a moment where I did not know what I was doing. But I grew up, literally, my biggest crush growing up was David Letterman. So I think I just wanted to do something silly for him, because I've just loved what he put out into the world. I wasn't trying to be sexual. I was just, I don't know what I was doing. I still, to this day, don't even know how I would have the courage to do something like that, because now I'm so appropriate, and I just don't even think I have that. I would never do anything like that now. So it was fun.
Hey, you took a risk, and you're right. It could have gone one of two ways, because it didn't go so well with Crispin Glover. I don't know if you ever saw that clip. Check that out.
Of course I did. The platform wig moment where he walked off the set.
I'm strong, you know. I'm strong. I can arm wrestle. Do you want to arm wrestle?
No.
I've been taking, I've taken part. These aren't mine. I can kick.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm going to go check on the top 10.
No,
And that was his last time blacklisted from the show. Oh no, he did come back, but for a while he was kicked off the show. But so it could have gone worse. It went great, led to some great things. You mentioned that he came back for your show for your birthday. My only complaint with Dave there is, Dave, come on, man, return the favor. He didn't flash you, but hey, we'll let it slide this time. Maybe your next birthday. And, anyway, I know I could talk to you forever. I know you got to go. You got more of these, and you got a lot to do. But Drew Barrymore, thank you so much. It was amazing to talk to you. Such an honor. You're just as great to talk to in real life as I would expect. So thank you so much.
John, will you please come to New York and sit at this desk with me, or I'll come to Minneapolis and we can do a show together, because we are definitely birds of a feather.
Absolutely. I grew up watching you, so appreciate everything you do. Drew Barrymore. Appreciate everything. Twin Cities, check out the Drew Barrymore Show right here on the CW Twin Cities, 9 a.m., 3 p.m. Thanks, Drew.
John, we have a date in the future, okay? You promise?
Absolutely. I promise.
Great. I'll see you
Thank
soon.
You.
Okay, bye.
The CW crew on the CW Twin Cities, DJ Vonix, Alexa Score, and John Foss. Like, follow, subscribe to, and love the CW crew.